Hi, Danielle here, and if you saw my vlog yesterday, you'll know that this week we have a theme going on with our cake, which is Harry Potter. And so now we're going to start off with the sorting hat. And as you can see here, I've just got a normal board. You can use a round one, but for this we're using a square. Here I've done 3 6-inch and 3 8-inch chocolate cakes, and I've actually leveled them off, and I've cut and kept the offcuts to one side. Also here, if I can lean over and get it, really heavy, I've made up some white chocolate buttercream. I will put the recipe for that in a link below. So all we're going to do now is to start carving the cake. So first of all, we start by just putting a little bit of buttercream on our board. This just helps our board, helps our cake stick to the board. And then I'm just going to take 2 cakes off. I always use baking paper underneath. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm just going to find the centre of the board. Doesn't matter too much. We're going to stack this and cut. Just put our first layer of cake on the board, and what we're going to do is we're just going to buttercream and layer all of our cakes up till we get our stack, and then using a good knife, this is Old Faithful in this house, we're going to carve the cake down into kind of like a pyramid shape to try and make our sorting hat. Okay, so I've got my piping bag and just a round nozzle. This hasn't got a number on it, this nozzle, so I really can't tell you the number. I think I got this out of a magazine. So all I've got is a plastic glass, and I'm just placing, I just find it helps to put the buttercream in. So I'm just going to take just a normal spoon, and I'm just going to put my buttercream in. Pop it out. Keep that because we'll use it again in a minute. And then I'm just going to pipe round. Oh. And then I like to flatten mine out a bit, actually. Like so. And then I'm going to take our next one, and I'm just going to do exactly the same. Well, I can do this on the... so I'm going to get on doing all of this because it will take a while. And then once I've stacked it all, we'll show you how to cut. So I'm going to get on doing all of this because it will take a while. And then once I've stacked it all, we'll show you how to cut. Okay, here I have got my assistant, i.e. husband, to help carve the cake. And just here, what we're doing is just rocking and forward the cake until we get the kind of shape we want from our sorting hat, or for our sorting hat, I should say. Takes a little time. You could use a dolly pan, I think they're called. And try to do it with a normal round pan, because everybody doesn't have the dolly pans, and we're trying to make these videos usable for everybody, so you don't have to spend tons of money on them. That's our aim anyway. As you can see, it's taking shape now. You can always put a long dowel in this as well for stability if you find that it starts leaning or anything like that, which it shouldn't do. So once this is carved up, I'm going to butter ice it. And like I said, I kept all the cuttings off to make the top of the Sorting Hats hat, and I will show you how to do that as well. But we're going to crumb coat this for now, and for the purposes of this video, we're going to put the cake in the freezer for a little while. So we're just tidying up the edges, making sure that none of it's ruffled or rough. Right, okay, you can see that we've carved our cake, and literally now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a light crumb coating, and then I will show you how to put the top bit on that makes it kind of bend. That's the Sorting Hat's got that kind of bend in it, hasn't it? And we'll show you how to cut out the eyes and the mouth. But for now, all I'm going to do is just a very thin layer of crumb coat just around the sides and the edge. So there we go. This is our crumb coat all done. So you can pop this in the fridge and you can leave it overnight, or you can pop it in the freezer. So remember I said to you that we kept our level, when we levelled our cakes, we kept the bits and didn't throw them or make cake pops with them. And this is the reason why. The Sorting Hat has a top that kind of bends. We're going to use the crumb. So we're just going to get as much of the cake. We don't want this bit because obviously this bit's got a crispy top on it. But we're going to use as much of it as we can. This one's not too bad, so all of this can go in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some buttercream to that. and then we're going to mix it up, kind of make it into like a cone shape, so that the sorting hat, for the sorting hat top, I think that'll be enough. Just going to squeeze some of our butter icing in. Like I said, this is white chocolate butter icing. I'll put the recipe in a comment thing below for you. If you like this tutorial, then please take 2 seconds to like our YouTube channel. Please click the like button. I'm getting it all over the place. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Cake Decorating with Danielle. And as you can see, I'm just trying to get it into a mush. So now we come to do the top of our sorting hat, and like I showed earlier on in the video, we made some cake pop mix. I'm just trying to roll it a little bit because it just helps that little bit. And then I'm just going to take one end, and I'm just with the palm of my hand, I'm just going to try and flatten it. So now we put it onto the, and I'm just going to just try and get this to actually look like it's actually part of the cake by just manipulating and pulling it all down and around. And we can always pack in bits as well, if needs be. And you want to try and get the top a little bit taller. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and get it to bend like the sorting hat.